Let's talk the CDC eviction moratorium form. Hey everybody, it's Shamika. Thank you guys for tuning in. Please like, subscribe, and share my videos. I appreciate your support. Now, let me start off by saying, if you do not follow me on TikTok, please follow me on TikTok. Why? Because everything that is hot and trending that I think that you would be interested in, especially if it has to do with some money, I post there immediately, and then I make a YouTube video later. So if you follow me there, you know, you love me here, but you'll really love me over there, okay? So that's all I'm gonna say. All right, let's talk about the CDC eviction moratorium. Two things. On the second page at the bottom, there's always a little fine print. A lot of people don't really pay attention to that, but there's two things I wanted to point out. One, if you're a landlord, and you probably feel screwed during this process, right? I'm sure, I can feel your pain. I get it. There is an 800 number that you can call to find out what your rights are. Now, I'm sure you're probably going to be told the same thing that's on the form or what the CARES Act stated. Probably not going to be too much different than we don't want you to, evict your tenant during this time. I don't know how much else they're going to tell you other than to call your state. If you don't know, although we have our federal government and their laws and rules, but we also have our state and our government and their laws and rules. And when it comes to landlord-tenant issues, your state supersedes what the federal government says when it comes to the processes for evicting someone, okay? So although, and this is for landlords, although your tenant gives you this form, it doesn't mean that you can't evict them. You still can start the process. You can do all of your writs and everything you want to do down at the courthouse. You can do it. Nothing's going to stop you. What is going to slow it down? This form could possibly slow the process down, especially if the tenant takes that form to the courthouse after you've already started eviction proceedings. That could definitely slow down the process, okay? Another one that could slow down the process would be if your tenant requested proof of rent. So if you say that you're evicting them because of they're not paying rent, which is the only thing that this form, the CDC eviction moratorium form covers, is rent. They don't cover loud music, or you want them to go because they're bad, or they're always fighting, the police coming over all the time. That has nothing to do with it. Those people can be evicted. But individuals who can't pay their rent, they're behind on rent, that is what this eviction moratorium form is encouraging. And it doesn't say you can't evict them. It just encourages you not to, okay? Now, you may have a tenant that just is sliding by on the rules and not paying the rent. And I know you landlords are mad about that. But see, why get mad when you can work with the tenant to get you paid? Now, you can still evict them, but later, but why not go and recoup the money you did not get? So I would say, don't be in such a haste or such a rush to evict them when you could be working with them to get the money. There are programs, okay? There's the emergency rental assistance that gives you 15 months. That's almost this whole time, that we've been in this pandemic. So you get up to 15 months, all right? I'll make another video about that right here. I just want to talk about this eviction moratorium form, okay? So you landlords, you figure out what was best for you. Sometimes it's pride and ego, and I get it. But to me, the money talks and everything else walks. So if you can get the 15 months of back rent, that's what I would be trying to get, okay? All right, the second thing that's on the bottom of the page, on the second page, is a notification that lets you know, tenants, that if you've already turned this form in previously before this extension, you do not have to turn in another form. The one you have is just fine, okay? The one they had previously is just fine. So if it happens to be extended again, which I think it may, you will not have to rush out and get another form, okay? You're fine, okay? And I also want to make sure that landlords, you understand that as well. You can't try to say you want to evict them because they didn't put a new form on file that was updated. That's not going to fly, all right? So the form is basic. All right, it is, you should, fill out section 1, fill out section 2, sign, date, and that is it. All right, so I just wanted to go over this new eviction moratorium. I wanted to point out a couple things that you guys probably did not know about the form. I'm going to make another video going over the emergency rental assistance and why you landlords may or may not want to take this money. And then I'm also going to make, well, I've already made, a video on the emergency housing voucher. So check that one out too. Well, make sure you check out all three so you can find out what's going forward. And anyway, thank you for watching my videos. I appreciate you guys' support, and please like, subscribe, and share. And I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.